It gives me great pleasure to introduce our honorary degree recipient, Suzann McLean MBE, to whom we award an honorary doctorate. Suzann McLean MBE is the Chief Executive Officer and Artistic Director of Theatre Peckham. Her advocacy and leadership, both within and beyond the theatre, have opened doors for underrepresented aspiring creatives to enter the arts. From a young age, Suzann was drawn to the performing arts. After a visit to the local pantomime with her mother at the age of 11, she knew she wanted to pursue a career in theatre. Shortly afterwards, she began taking acting classes. Her love of performance guided her education. She studied acting at the Italia Conti Academy of Theatre Arts and later received an MA in Directing and Producing Theatre for Social Change from Middlesex University. Suzann's acting repertoire includes beloved, award-winning British productions such as Doctor Who, Good Omens, and Little Miss Jocelyn. As her acting credits grew, Suzann also began taking on directorial positions. Since 2000, she's directed productions at celebrated venues including the Hackney Empire, the Peacock Theatre, and New York Theatre Royal. Reflecting on her career and craft, Suzann states, "My work has evolved to embrace a richer purpose. Over the years, my focus naturally shifted to not only creating art, but also ensuring that the arts are accessible to everyone." This passion for a more inclusive performing arts industry led her to establish the Young and Talented in 2004, a theatre school committed to nurturing talent from underrepresented backgrounds. In recognition of her efforts, she was honoured as a torchbearer in the London 2012 Olympics. Since 2018, Suzann has served as the Chief Executive Officer and Artistic Director of Theatre Peckham. Under her leadership, the theatre has blossomed into a multi-award-winning venue known for groundbreaking theatre and the championing of young talent. Suzann hopes that her work will create a legacy where people feel empowered to express their stories and where the arts are reflective of the diverse society we live in. I want future generations to feel that they have a place in the creative world. Suzann's advocacy extends beyond the theatre walls, as she continues to actively campaign for policies that create equity within the arts sector. Her contributions to increasing accessibility and diversity in the performing arts have received significant commendation, including an MBE in the 2023 King's Birthday Honours List. As a champion of underrepresented stories and a true trailblazer in her own right, Suzann has inspired many who came before her, stating, "I stand on the shoulders of many black creative leaders, actors and the directors who've paved the way before me. One of my earliest influences was the Black Mime Theatre. Seeing their work was the first time that I realised that theatre could be more than pure entertainment. It could be a space for sharing important stories, for understanding and for holding a mirror up to society and provoking change." Her advice to students is, remain authentic and true to your vision. Even when faced with challenges, your unique voice is your greatest asset in the arts. Stay proud of who you are and what you represent. I'm delighted to ask the Chancellor to confer the Honorary Doctorate of University of Arts London to Suzann McLean MBE.
Wow, thank you so much, everyone. Good morning. To esteemed faculty, graduates, and guests, it is an honour to share this special and important day with you all, especially when you all look so completely fabulous on this catwalk. Can you give yourselves a round of applause for the catwalk, because that was incredible. This moment is a celebration of the collective spirit of creativity that connects us all. For me, it was from an early age that creativity was obviously my calling. I want you to hold on to that thought, the idea of a calling. I'm going to come back to it. You see, when I completed my A-levels, I decided that I wasn't going to go to university, and instead I was going to dive headfirst into drama school. Now, that was something that my school couldn't understand. They thought that I was throwing my education away for a career that had limited prospects for someone like me. They could not see the passion. They could not see the spirit within me. They were only seeing the statistics, the barriers, the lack of representation in the arts. But here's my twist. My parents supported my decision. They were not from an arts background, in fact, none of my family were. But from a young age, they instilled in me a belief that who I am matters, that our stories and experiences matter, and that even though we rarely saw ourselves reflected on theatre or TV or film, that didn't take away the fact that our voices, our stories, deserve to be heard. So I took the leap into drama school, where I immersed myself into the power of storytelling, and I felt alive. I felt free. After I graduated, it was a roller coaster of a journey. I believe everyone's career is. You get a lot of yeses and lots more no's. But there's nothing better than getting that call from your agent and they tell you that you've booked a job. And I remember when I hadn't worked for what felt like ages as an actor, and I had no money, and I found an acting job myself, and that paid me next to no money. And then about 6 months later, I received a check through the post. And I called my agent, and I asked them if they'd added an extra zero by mistake. And it wasn't a mistake, because the job got picked up and paid me £10,000. So you know what I did? I used some of that money to pay for a master's degree. And that felt good. It felt great to be able to prove to those school doubters that I hadn't thrown away my education. In fact, by pursuing my creativity, I had jumped over a bachelor's and skipped right onto a master's. And I'm not going to lie, that felt amazing. So this is my first gift to you all. Remember what I said earlier about calling? Well, please know that when you follow your calling, you open the door to a world of possibilities. And you can be confident in that, because what is for you will not pass you by. Now, my journey has showed me the responsibilities we carry as creatives to contribute to the world, to share our unique experiences, and to illuminate the paths of others. I'm going to say that again just so it lands. As creatives, we carry a responsibility to contribute to the world, to share our unique life experiences, and to illuminate the paths of others. Now, when I founded Young and Talented School of Stage and Screen in 2004, I wanted to create a space for other young people to experience the same joy that I had experienced, so that they too could know that the arts is for them. At Young and Talented, we recognized that genius, talent, and imagination was evenly distributed through all communities, but opportunity was not. It was that fueled my determination, and Y&T became a place where young people embrace their authentic selves, they tell their own stories, and they walk their path with confidence. And as CEO, Artistic Director of Theatre Peckham, I've been blessed with the opportunity to embark and deliver that vision. Year by year, day by day, I set the strategy that gives the direction and provides young people with the training, support, and exposure that they need. Now, it was during the pandemic, when theatre doors were closed and the industry was given the opportunity to reimagine its future, that I seized that moment to interrogate structures that stifle diverse talent. At TP, we recognize that specific challenges that face working class and impart the cultural and institutional knowledge needed to navigate careers with confidence. It's no secret that only 8% of people in the arts are from a working class background. But through our work, our young people are empowered to contribute to Britain's art scene. And that's my second gift to you all. Know what drives you, because it's not what you do, but why you do it that matters. To the graduates here today, please know that the future of the arts depends on your unique voices, your stories, and your passion. You are the architects of your own destiny. So pursue creativity with courage, lift others as you rise, and never shy away from the power of your imagination. Looking at you all today, I'm hopeful. Hopeful that the arts will continue to break down barriers and push the boundaries of opportunity. Hopeful that we will create a world where every voice is celebrated. And hopeful that the seeds we plant today will blossom and enrich our society for generations to come. And that's my final gift to you, to stay true to yourselves. This comes from the child in me who said no to university as a teenager and stands here today in receipt of an honorary doctorate degree. I mean, it's so surreal. In closing, I dedicate this honor to all of those who I've had the privilege to work with, to their creativity, their challenges, and their triumphs. To my beautiful parents who planted the seed of courage within me. I only wish that they would have had lived to have seen this. They would never have believed it. Or maybe they knew all along. I extend my heartfelt thanks to the University of Arts London. This recognition is not just mine. It belongs to every young person whose journey has been part of my own journey. To every mentor, friend, family member who supported me on my journey. And to every community member who has believed in the power of creativity. So, listen to your calling and keep listening. Know what drives you and let that lead you. And stay true to yourselves. Have a wonderful day. You deserve it. Thank you.